Welcome to episode 101 of Super Chevy Brothers podcast. Back after a short hiatus and vacation. How have you been, Mom?
I've been good. I'd be better if I could see my own face.
Okay, all right.
I was worried.
Mom wants to see your own face.
I do.
You look fine. Besides that, how you doing?
Besides that, I'm doing great. I can't complain. Feeling good. I'm looking great. What else can I say? How about you? What have you been up to? You've been a little busy.
Yeah, I've been busy. Went to the Southwest for like 20 days.
It just felt like 20 days, right?
I think it was 18 days.
Yeah. That was a long journey.
Yeah, a long time. Went to California to see an old pal. I think we know him on the show as Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Maybe Big T. Mr. T, but even less hair.
Oh.
But now we're back. And back to the show. What have you been doing while I've been gone? I was out driving.
You were driving.
And getting gas.
Getting gas.
Saw lots of those Joe Biden stickers too. They put the sticker next to the price. Like Joe did this or I did this or whatever.
Oh my. Joe didn't do that. Shame on them. They should have stickers. COVID did this or Russia did this.
That was a long time ago. It's not. COVID doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it was like $1 with COVID. Nobody drove. So Russia did this. Yeah. Put what's his name's face on there? Was it Ivan Kulinski? What's the Russian prime minister?
What? You did? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I started just a little early. Yeah, I know.
The guy? What's his name?
Say it.
With the bears?
Say it. With the bare chest on the horse?
Yeah. With the like vampire first name?
Putin. I know who Putin.
Okay.
I was having a little joy moment.
Sure. Yeah, I got it.
Absent moment of my.
I understand. That's okay. No problem.
But that sounded really good. If nobody else.
Yeah, you made it up. Okay.
Putin
Yes.
put that in the tank.
While I was gone, did you play any games?
On my phone. That's all.
Any other games besides the
No.
egg game?
I did not. But I did see movies.
All right, well, we'll get to those. Well, this is episode 101 of the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. Like I said, we're back. We got a couple news stories, but as always, first, we have to talk about moms.
Am I first?
You're always first.
Like that.
I had to change the music stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
This is Mom's Movie Corner, starring
That's the.
That's
What
okay.
is that thing at the end?
I think it was exclamatory.
No, it said mom. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, I wanted to broaden the horizons. I didn't want to just go to a movie. That's boring. So, I also watched a couple of Netflix joints.
Okay, so easily accessible movies.
Well, yeah. But I'm telling you, I think I had the best fun with those movies.
With the Netflix movies.
Yes. So we're going to talk about my second favorite one first. How's that?
Okay, the second favorite movie
Yes.
of Mom's. How many movies today?
3.
Three
Now, if
movies.
that's too many, we'll cut it back. Let me know.
Okay. Bring it. Let's go. Let's do
Okay.
it.
So third on my list, I would say of Netflix, this is my number 2, Gray Man.
Okay, so this is your second favorite movie and the number 2 Netflix movie, which means the other Netflix movie is the first.
Yes.
Okay.
It definitely is.
I think I know what that movie is. We're gonna have to talk.
Well, this,
okay, Gray Man.
Well, this is like gonna be a series, but right now it just started out as a movie.
It really?
They're talking about making a series of it.
Okay.
And that would be okay because it wasn't like the best movie. It had a lot of action. It had a story.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like, it wasn't like the best movie. It starred Ryan Gosling, and he was
sorry. You're a professional movie reviewer now. So I have to tell you,
okay.
you have to speak in present tense. Stars.
It's
still
stars.
still in it if I watch it today.
Okay. Stars.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. He's a CIA agent, but his history and where he came from is a little sketchy. I mean, they tell us, but it's like, is that how CIA recruits agents?
Probably not. I saw the movie too. So
Yeah.
I can tell you, probably not.
I don't know. He was their top agent.
In the movie. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be true. So I just wish I had watched this movie before my number one. Because I think
Okay.
it took a little bit out of my number one. Just kicked this movie.
Okay, don't talk about number one right now.
ass.
Talk about this movie. What did you think? Because I saw it. So I saw this movie in El Paso, laying in some dude's apartment next to a bunch of drug addicts.
That does
So the
not
adrenaline was
sound
high
healthy.
already.
That does not sound healthy.
So in the worst bed I've ever slept in.
Well, Chris Evans was in there too. And I loved his role because he wasn't this superhero, heroic, nice guy. He was on one hand, but on the other hand, I mean, he was like a coin. You got to see both sides.
Okay.
And I really appreciated that because I'm used to seeing him always be the good guy. But we got to see how bad he could really be. So that was really interesting. There's an actor, Danush, who played one of the operatives as well. And he was in...
D'Souza?
Don't say that piece of beep name on our show.
Okay, Mom. Try looking.
I didn't
in the
say
camera.
Dinesh. I said Danush. Danush.
Danush.
So he was awesome. He had a small role, but it was powerful, right?
Okay.
Regé Jean. He didn't have to even do anything, but he was there with an American accent, and he did very well with his American accent.
Is he not American?
Oh, he's British.
Is he?
Yeah.
I never watched the other
Bridgerton.
show. I never watched that show.
Bridgerton.
I figured everyone on
British.
there was half of them were fake accents anyway.
Not his.
Okay.
No, he could say that accent all day and night. But he was doing his American accent. He did a very good job of it. His role was interesting. It was an important role. You didn't see him a lot, but he played his role very well. But the movie overall was action-packed. You like seeing like different types of choreography, and the fighting scenes were often, and they made sense why they were happening. So it was a lot of fun to watch. Again, I wish I had watched it first.
Okay.
Okay, so I would give it 3.5 stars. And if they do have a series, I don't know what the heck it's going to be about. I think they told the story. Okay. Can I hear the movie music? Or do I have to?
No, just keep going. I'm not gonna play it every time. You want me to play it every time?
Is it a movie every time? Okay, never mind. Nope. Thank you.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, so Netflix has the best, most exciting movie on streaming.
Okay.
And what is it? It's Carter. It's a Korean film, Korean actors, no subtitles. Everything's dubbed. Not beautifully, but dubbed.
Uh-huh.
And I have to say, it is one entire action sequence. There's no breathing room until the middle of the movie.
Okay, so I saw this movie too. All right. Oh, by the way, Gray Man, I thought it was all right. It was okay.
It's all right.
Yeah,
3.5 only because they had a lot of stars. I don't mean stars
I
for the
guess.
movie, stars in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I watched Carter.
Good for you.
And I get what you're saying. It's all action.
It's all action.
It's like Crank. You remember Crank?
I remember Crank.
Jason Statham.
It was kind of like that, but
It's very much like
it was a lot of people in action, and I love that because it's like you couldn't even breathe. It was like happening over and over and over. It just kept happening.
It wasn't exhausting.
I was exhausted.
Okay. Here's my thing with this movie. I understand you like it is fun.
Yeah.
And the ridiculousness, but it kind of gets real close to like Indian Bollywood ridiculous, and then whoever the director or editor is,
Yeah.
they just wanted to use all the effects in this video software,
And they did.
because what they try to do in the movie is like it's one whole shot, like the camera never cuts away, right? Of course it cuts away. The movie is like 2.5 hours long.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very long.
2 minutes were pure action.
True. Was that black guy? Because it's a Korean movie. There's only one black guy.
Yeah.
Was that black guy Luke Cage? It looked like Luke Cage.
Yes, it was. At first, it didn't look like him, right?
It looked.
It
looked.
looked sort of like him, but then it didn't. He looked like
It looks like how people look in your dreams.
right. He looked smaller a little bit.
Are you sure that's him? Did you look it up?
To say
I
somebody
think
looks
all
like
black people
him.
look the same.
Oh, you can't say that.
Because in this situation,
No, he had to be in there. I did not look that up.
it had to be him, right?
That was him.
But
He
then it
acted
did-
like him.
But then it didn't look like him.
But he acted like him.
And then you think, why is he in this?
He's
movie?
not a great actor.
Why is
He
he in this
acted
movie?
like him.
When Luke Cage is the best actor in your movie, there's something going on.
Yeah, he was the best actor in the movie.
he
And
was-
he's not a good actor.
And he's not a good actor. Are you sure it's him? Because I was, when I was watching it, the first thing, I'm like, it's not him. His head isn't shiny enough. Because he's got a really
Right.
shiny
That's what
head.
I was thinking. His head,
Yeah,
right?
he's got a really
and he's
shiny
really
head.
tall. He's really tall.
Yeah, he's Luke Cage.
Yeah, he's a really tall guy. And this is a Korean movie. The lead, what's his name? Ju-won.
Yeah.
That was his name. The lead was Ju-won. He was a tall guy. So it's hard to tell. Is it him?
Yeah, he's tall when you look at him.
He
next to all the
is
other people.
compared to
Yeah, he's pretty
everyone
tall.
else. So I'm trying to see the Luke Cage actor.
Anyway, so this movie is like a single shot action movie. You don't know what's going on. I hate the ending. I don't, for me, the plot makes no sense. It's like they wrote 2 movies. They wrote a movie.
Was there
They
a plot?
They rewrote. Yes, they wrote a movie. They rewrote the movie. They wrote the movie again, and then forgot to take out the things from the other movie. There's a plot of like memory loss in the movie,
But
and they have 2 solutions for that memory loss, and they
Right.
never resolve which one it is.
But
It's really frustrating. Like just
okay. So his name is Mike Coulter. Is that it? Yeah. Or something. Mike Coulter. But there was there supposed to be a plot? I don't
There
care.
was a plot.
I
There
don't
was a plot,
care
for
about the
sure.
plot. It started out. It's like this guy lost his memory, all that. Somebody's in his ear talking, giving him instructions how to stay alive. Okay, great. After a while, I knew there was a voice in his head. I didn't care what was happening. It was just so action packed. It was the choreographed action. It was just, you're like, whoa, what was that? Who did that? It was so back to back. You couldn't even just walk away ever. I know you're going to pause when you watch a movie, but if you pause, you have to just walk away and shake it off, Whew. go get a drink and walk away, shake it off, and then you come back and then it just starts right back in. So by the time it got to the end, I didn't really remember what it was supposed to be about. It was so fun. So that was my number 2. I don't see Carter on here, so that really scares me.
You don't see? Yeah, I don't think that was the same black man.
Yeah. That really scares me.
I don't think I can blame a cop ever again because I can't even tell.
I think I'm on their side now too.
I can't even tell the difference.
That wasn't him.
I mean, what do you want? What do you want?
Had to be him.
It wasn't him.
That was him.
It wasn't him. Because you look at him and it's like, is that him? No, it's not him. It's not that guy. It's okay. Don't worry.
That is really scary. Okay, so he wasn't there. That's fine. It was a post-pandemic story. That part I caught later on, I guess, when they changed the plot.
Post-pandemic?
Yeah. And I don't know why he lost his memory. And I thought at the end I
know why he lost his memory.
Well, I don't care. But near the end, when that military guy says, "You think you regained your memory," remember? Mm-hmm. And it's like, what does that mean?
Yeah, like, is that true? Well, then there was a whole plot of him being a part of the CIA because the woman is like, you saw the video, he's got a wife.
Right.
Is the other one the wife or is this one the wife? Which one's the wife?
I don't know. I don't think he knew. I don't think it mattered. It was brilliant as far as action. It was fast. It was furious. It was so empty of a plot.
Okay. There were some good parts, like the van fight was interesting. The Japanese...
The train fight. The van fight was amazing.
Oh, you mean the train? Yeah, so the train fight happens in like threes, and then they introduce the helicopters.
And that was hella crazy.
Okay. Well.
That was just amazing. Oh, the sauna scene. What?
Yeah, there's a lot of stabbing.
And blood and gut. Oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Okay.
All right,
what's the last movie?
my movie theater movie.
Uh-huh. Oh, hold on. Okay, there you go.
Was Nope. A Jordan Peele.
Right, I saw this one. So this is my first Jordan Peele movie.
Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad because you lose so much.
Now, you know what surprises me?
What?
Is that so you and Kawanika hate the movie more than I do? Because I'm not like...
I don't hate it more.
Okay, explain. It's your review. What do you think of this movie, Nope?
Okay.
Does Nope get a big fat nope?
Nope. It doesn't.
Okay.
I hate this movie. How's that?
Okay.
That means, I don't know. The main characters were, I love this, OJ. These are black characters. OJ, the son, and Emerald, the daughter. So there's a lot of history thrown in there. Like with the great-great-great-grandfather being the jockey on the first, what they would call motion film. Yeah. So then they started this horse thing to start selling to like their services to the movie, you know, when they needed horses. I mean, it's really good stuff. And I said, you know, do I like it? Do I hate it? And I go, well, it's one of the few alien movies with black people, right? Because we all know if there's a scary movie with black people, they're the first to die. I mean, and really, they're the first to just leave the scene somehow, right? But all the alien movies are E.T. and X-Files, Stranger Things, Day the Earth Stood Still, Men in Black, all that stuff, even Star Trek, all that. It's like, it's rare that you see these black people there. And this movie is based on this family, this black family. love it because the personalities are so opposite, the brother and sister. It's like he's chill, totally chill, and his sister is just like bouncing off the wall. The people that they meet are really interesting because they're kind of strange characters, from the filmmaker to the prize
Yeah, the
clerk
fries guy.
and what is he, a IT guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the what's the guy, the child star, Jupe. Jupe is the child star. So they had two things going on here, and it started out with the monkey thing, the chimpanzee. So apparently there was a show when Jupe was a kid. He was a child actor, and Jupe is Asian, child actor, adopted by white people in the show. Like, what you talking about, Mister? Whatever. What was that? What you talking about, Willis? Right? It's that kind of old sitcom thing, but somehow the ape on the show lost it. Started killing people and tearing them apart.
Okay, before you keep going, you have to clarify. This is not what the movie's about.
It might be.
Okay,
but this is how the movie starts.
Hold on. If you want to watch Nope right now, just skip 10 minutes ahead because
we might get into too much detail here. We're trying to make this make sense.
Okay, make it make sense.
I'm not going to make it.
My sense.
We're going to talk about it.
Okay, talk about it. Go.
My thing is, what the hell does this chimpanzee have to do with these aliens? But it was the trauma that Jupe went through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess OJ's trauma was, also early in the movie, seeing his father die in front of his face, right? Mm-hmm. And that was pretty tragic. And then the daughter, she was wild child, but I think hers was based on feeling left out of the father only.
So you think the whole movie's a trauma movie?
Oh, it's people's lives. Everybody has a little trauma, right?
Okay, all right. Yeah,
I don't think that was significant. I think they're just trying to let you know who the characters are. But the chimpanzee played too much of a role with killing people. But it's almost like when you get to the end of the movie and you see what happened, not even the end, the Jupe part of the movie, right? Uh-huh. I'm not going to say what it is. When you get to his crowning...
I will, because I'm going to explain what happened.
I think the whole thing about that was he escaped death with chimpanzee, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, what's that movie where... when you escape death, it always comes back.
Final Destination.
Final Destination. I think in that sense, it was like, by that time, you're not going to get by this time. That could have nothing to do with it. I don't care, but that's what I'm going to say. What do you think it has to do with it?
Okay, so I have to provide. You have to provide a little more context. If you've seen the movie, stick around. If not, skip ahead. Or if you don't care, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I think the point.
Or you never see the movie.
So what I did was try to think, what would if that chimp thing wasn't explained? What other questions would I have in the movie? I think the whole chimp thing with the chimp going berserk and killing all the staff and all the people in the studio, right? I think the most important part is the first time you hear about it, not at the beginning of the movie,
right?
But when he's talking about it in his little secret room, and then when you see what happened, I think that's what's important, because he doesn't talk about what happened, even though he was just like, oh, it's just like the SNL skit, right? Whatever thing. I think he saw the monkey do all this stuff, but the monkey still gave him a high five.
Right.
I think he felt a bond, like he could make that bond with the monkey, that it didn't kill him. It didn't want to kill him.
Right.
Because the monkey got upset that he was still in the room. You see the monkey when he saw the boy, he saw Jupe was there, he's like, oh no, the kids, and then he tried to give him a high five.
He saw me do that.
Yeah, he saw me. So Jupe had the connection with the monkey. I'm sorry, chimp. With the chimp.
To be correct.
But then the chimp dies. They kill the chimp. So with the alien, to him, it's like another way to connect with something like that. It's dangerous, but it lets him feed it. That's what he's been doing. He's been feeding it every night. And so for him,
So he felt like he
because
had a pass
otherwise
with
it's
the
kinda like,
aliens.
if you had an alien come, would you just keep like feeding the? No, it's kind of weird. It kind of explains why he has the shows and he feeds the horses to the alien. I think that's what the explanation is. It's for that
Okay.
because he never ran, even when it came. He
Right.
didn't run.
Right. He thought he'd
Because
be
he's in the
safe.
same situation as the
Right.
chimp, right?
Yeah.
Or the
Okay.
chimp.
I just didn't know why they spent that much time on it.
Because there's nothing else in the movie.
Well,
If you look at just the alien, because a lot of the movie, I mean, the alien is prominent. They show
It
the alien
is,
a lot,
yeah.
for sure.
which is
But
good.
A lot of the movie it works in the way that a book does. It's just lots of different little details and things happening that don't really,
Right.
and it's just part of the story, which is
Right.
fine. But as a movie, if you just had that,
But they
nothing
should have
happened.
alien it up a little more, you know?
Like what?
I mean,
I think the alien idea was interesting.
It was
It's not-
good.
like there isn't a spaceship. The ship
Yeah.
is the alien.
but I
That's
think they
interesting.
tried to make it something else too. Like,
Mm.
well, the whole point of it was to get the shot. No?
Yeah.
It's like-
a shot.
We're here. As soon as they saw what was happening, it's like they knew something already. They already knew there were aliens there.
It didn't.
I think so, because like his dad, right? That wasn't just normal dying.
No, it wasn't. But they said it was an airplane, right?
Yeah,
That's what they
but
said.
he knew that that was an airplane. And then when the thing in the barn happened, he heard the noises. Remember? It's like he was waiting for something alien to happen. Remember? And it didn't. It wasn't real. I'll just say that. I don't want to give.
I know that, but that was after.
But I think that's because
decided to
he
get the
already
shot.
suspected there's something. And he knew about where it was parked. You know? Remember? It was parked.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it was like. Oh,
But he didn't
suspected
have
it.
proof. I don't think he had proof. Until,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. I don't. Think
I'm
he
not,
thought,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to help the brother out because I love his other movies.
This isn't,
And I
to
just
me,
don't
it's
know what happened. Did something end up on the editing floor?
No, I just think it's
Or-
not. To me, right? As someone who's not watching these movies, the movie's okay. It's not a bad movie. The acting.
It's not a
is
bad
acting
movie.
and
It's just
the-
not a good movie.
It's not extremely exciting. It's not horribly. After you get past the chimp part, it's not really extremely suspenseful. I mean, you kind of want to know more about the alien, which every alien movie is like that, right? But like,
I was a little more curious about the chimp thing at first. Really?
yeah, and then you figure out, and then the chimp
Like,
thing's
that
not-
has nothing.
nothing to do with the
And the
thing.
alien thing was good. It was well done. It was actually
Yeah.
quite amazing, right? But this wasn't like I jumped a few times. There were a couple of scary moments there, but it,
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know.
Veronica didn't like the way the alien worked. The eyes, the looking at it thing, or
Yeah.
the not looking at it thing, and she didn't like that.
Well, I thought that was kind of cool though. You know why? Because it's like if I don't see you, you don't see me, right? But you know it saw you anyway. But it would just like, okay, I don't see you, you don't see me. It's like, nope. That's why, nope, I don't see you. So,
Yeah, I get it, but
but once the alien was like, oh, they see me, I'm getting you.
hey, you know what? It's the day and age we live in. You know, after Spider-Man: No Way Home, what movie can live up to that?
Many other movies. Nope is okay. Three.
This is Mom's Movie Corner, starring Mom.
You know, there's never been a movie to give me all I want, except for Spider-Man 3. Well, not Spider-Man 3, you're sorry.
The Matrix.
Spider-Man No Man. But here's the thing with The Matrix. Did you ever expect anything when you went to watch The Matrix? No. You liked it and you got stuff. But you didn't. When I went to watch Spider-Man No Way Home, okay, I had expectations. And I got them fulfilled. There's a difference.
Well, not the new Matrix.
Oh, yeah. You saw it.
They could have left that on the show.
That's okay.
Love Keanu. They could have left that on the show. Okay, so that's my part. See you next time.
All right. Well, thanks for joining the show. Well, here we go. Let's listen. This news time.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Let's get right.
Do the news.
Okay, so first story.
Round 1. Fight!
You ever read that Game Informer magazine I gave you about this game, Forspoken?
Probably. But if I did, it's a long time ago.
Sure. So recently, Forspoken, the Forspoken peoples at Forspoken.com, released an ad for the game, kind of like a Twitter ad. So it's just a video that plays, and it's short. It's not very long, and people consider it to be one of the worst ads they've ever seen for a game.
Really?
And yeah. This headline says very bad Forspoken ad gets roasted, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty out of touch. I think it's. I don't blame the people who make the game. You know, marketing people do marketing things, right? There's no there's not really any way around.
What was so bad about it?
Well, let's listen to it, okay? Yeah, sure. I mean, we got one viewer anyway. Can you hear?
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop. Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, kill jacked up beasts. I'll probably fly next.
So I think most people's issue with this ad is that it kind of feels like it's trying to do that like super relatable thing.
I could have done that ad.
Like it's like super, but it's like out of the game. It's like it feels very removed.
That is horrible.
Yeah, so people made fun of it. So this is one. People remade them. Here's one from a Twitter user, Wes, funny Wes, about Bloodborne. Same style.
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call England. I'm seeing freaking werewolves. And, oh yeah, I'm talking to a doll.
So there are lots and lots and lots like that about different games. And
that's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty bad ad. But I don't know. I think this game already had not a lot going for it.
Yeah, but they took away a little bit more there.
Well, like when you read about this game and what's out there about it, there's not very much. I think recently there was a preview event or something at one of the things that people go to for games. But I don't know if it's a PlayStation exclusive. Might be. But people aren't really talking about the game much. A lot of people already complain, as the internet does. The lead character is a woman, and she's not white.
They did the girl like that. Huh? They did the girl like that.
What do you mean?
They read horrible trailer.
That's the voice actress.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, right. It's real bad. So I don't know. I don't like the looks of what's going on for this game, but it might be good. Who knows? But it's kind of the biggest news we've got from it in the past 6 months.
That's all they could come up with.
That's all they could come up with. Do you want to play that game?
I don't even want to see the trailer again.
It looks grainy. I don't know. The game just doesn't look. I bought this game, Final Fantasy It's okay. It's a Final Fantasy game, but it works like this other set of games called Neo. What's it called? Give me a second, guys. Final Fantasy Neo. That's what I'm going to type in. Stranger of Paradise. Okay. So I like the game. I like the combat. I like the things that it's very much like the other game Neo that I play. But it is the worst looking game I've played by choice in years. It looks like a PlayStation 2 game. Like late PlayStation 2.
PlayStation.
So that's a compliment, the late part. It looks really bad. And this game kind of looks like there's a lot of noise. It looks like someone turned the ISO
How
way
does
up.
it look like there's noise?
I don't. Okay, take a look. Can you see? You can't see.
I can see a little bit.
It looks like there's noise. I don't know how else
Get
to.
straight.
It just.
I'm somewhere that's
doesn't look
not what I would
clear.
call Earth.
Or crisp.
I'm
It
seeing
looks like- I
freaking
don't know.
dragons, and
I don't know. It's just me, maybe.
Freaking dragons. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, good luck on Forspoken. I don't know if it's gonna do very well. An ad? Did I add this? Oh, okay. Number 2. Sorry.
Round 2.
So Xbox
Fight.
and I don't know what we call it, Xbox and Sony. It's Microsoft and Sony
Okay.
are kind of going at it right now in Brazil's Administrative Council for Economic Defense. Right now, PlayStation kind of on its heels when it comes to Xbox acquiring other studios. So Xbox acquired Activision Blizzard, very big publisher, which makes a wide range of games, which would mean that these games would become exclusive, which would mean a large chunk of, what used to be everyone's library of games would be cut from PlayStation consoles. So I guess Sony is fighting that in Brazil. They don't think it's fair, and they're trying to say this kind of merger isn't a cool thing. Xbox is defending the merger. So a few things come from it. Well, first of all, it's just emails that were sent in. And so they have everyone's phone number and email in there. So, I don't know if I should be talking about that, but it's real strange looking at like, I don't know why. I don't know if Brazil released them this way or I don't know. It's weird.
That's not good.
But outside of that, excuse me, Xbox is basically saying that Sony does not have a claim or argument to say that they're monopolizing or trying to make exclusive content, because Sony does it themselves by releasing their own games. They're saying, so we should be able to do the same too. I think that's a little outside the scope of what they, of course they release their own games, but they're talking about the acquisition. But another thing is they say Sony doesn't release their games for free the same way Xbox does. And Xbox says that's their choice not to do that. If they wanted, if they can choose not to release their games for their customers on their service for free, then how can they dictate Xbox releasing their games
Right.
on their service? So what did you think when you read this 5 minutes ago?
Well, it's like a war going on, and it's almost like Russia and Ukraine.
Oh God. Okay.
I mean, Sony and Microsoft. I mean, what's on an Xbox? How many games do they have?
Okay, Xbox has
Some.
okay.
They have some
Microsoft
games.
has games.
Yeah.
Xbox doesn't right now. The new
Right,
Xbox
but isn't
only
this
has a few.
about Xbox, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly.
That's my point. It's like Sony games, PlayStation, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you have Xbox. Just a few people,
People buy it.
and they don't have that many games. So what's the big hullabaloo? What do they think's going to happen? Do they think they're going to really be replaced By Xbox.
Okay, look at it like this. Okay, so let's say you have a restaurant. You serve sandwiches, burgers, hot dogs, turkey clubs, all things with meat sandwiched
Bread.
between bread. Okay, and you have a competitor who does the same thing, except they just sell hot dogs,
Yeah.
right? And then, I mean, they could sell turkey sandwiches, but they don't.
Is this in
right?
America or Russia?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden,
I think
they
I'm getting the
buy
point.
they buy all the cows. So now you don't get your beef dogs. You only got turkey dogs now. You don't have the hamburger that's super popular. You got turkey burgers and
Turkey
Impossible
burger.
burgers.
There you go.
Now you can still do business,
Yeah.
but it kind of sucks. They bought all the cows.
So who bought the cows here?
Xbox.
Good for them. Little guy needs cows to make hot dogs.
They're not. This Microsoft. They're not a little guy. The reason they could buy them was because they're not a little guy. I think it's fine. I think Sony's just. I don't know why they're fighting. It's not like they can block it in one country and it's not going to affect them everywhere else.
It's gonna happen. It's just slowing it down. That's all.
Yeah. Well.
And I think in the way that things move so quickly, slowing it down will be significant. But I don't think they need to.
I think there's a lot they'll miss out on because it's going to change things when, you know, the next Fallout is only on Xbox or PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, I think they'll be okay without it. They'd be better with it. They'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because you can play everything on PC now anyway. You have to play Uncharted. You keep not doing that. Did
Oh,
you
I
watch
need to see the
Uncharted?
movie. That's gonna be my next one. It's really late, but
It's on Netflix.
that'll be my next
That's okay.
Netflix.
Do that. And okay, can I give you a movie review critique?
No, not live. I don't think you want my response to your movie critique live. How's that? You can do it at your own peril.
And 3 times 1. What is it? 3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
Is this a Twitch thing or?
Sure. We can do that. You can read this one.
No.
Okay. Number 4.
Like
Popular Twitch streamer arrested after swatting incident. Do you know what swatting is, Mom?
When somebody falsely calls in SWAT.
Oh, you seem very familiar with this.
I've done it a few. I know what it is
Okay.
because it's been happening and it's really horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy died a few years back from that, yeah?
Well, a lot of people die from swatting. It's not called that. Busted up.
No,
people.
okay. It's not just police
I know.
busting
It's
in.
someone making a false claim.
Yeah.
And it
And they
sounds
busted in.
horrific, and then they sent in.
So
That was my little horrible joke. Okay, go ahead.
a streamer who's pretty popular these days, Keffels. I guess she's considered a political commentator. Had the police storm her room, her office, wherever she does her stream, and she was arrested. They took all her stuff, all their streaming equipment, and all that, whatnot. And it's just another incident of swatting happening. It happens quite often. Another creator, I think this week as well, Aiden Ross, got swatted at his home. They didn't take his stuff, of course.
Agent?
Aiden Ross. But yeah, I mean, what do you think of it? It happens quite often. People who stream, they get popular.
Right.
They usually have to move.
Someone gets mad or jealous. What did they accuse her of?
No. It's not always mad or
They
jealous.
accused her of killing her mom?
Yeah, they accused her of killing her mother.
Yeah, that's swatable.
Let's see. It says someone impersonated her and stated she killed her mom, was in possession of a legal firearm, and planned to go to City Hall and shoot every cisgender person there. Because she's trans.
Right.
What do you think cops should? I mean, where's the win here? How do we fix this? Because I mean, if cops get a warning or a clue or a tip or something, you do want them to act. Because a lot of times they don't. We get the school shooter stuff, like, oh, they told you about that guy a week ago. What happens? What do we do here?
I don't think it has to be such drama. How did they figure out her mom was alive? They wouldn't check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have tried that. It wasn't like her mother was in the process of being killed. So if her mother was supposedly dead, why didn't they just go check on her mom? And if her mom was alive, then they have to think twice. I mean, call the lady. Stop by the house. And just say, we had a report you were in danger. And if they say,
okay, you're the police. You're calling me, who's supposedly supposed to be dead. Go.
Good afternoon. Arrest her. Let's SWAT her
It's too late.
because
I'm
she
dead.
killed her mom.
I'm dead.
No,
You
that's
coulda
not the
came.
report. The report says she killed, past tense, her mom. That mom is dead. It's not.
so what
She's
if they-
in the process of killing her mom. That's not.
What if they call?
But that's not
She
what
didn't
happened.
answer.
If she didn't answer, you go over there for a wellness check, right? And if she's out playing bingo, then daughter's gonna get swatted. I mean, what are you supposed to do? At least, I mean, do something. There are some common sense things to do. You don't have to just burst in on someone and do all that, you know?
Well,
And
most
even
of
when
these-
they came in, they didn't have to do the swatting thing. They could have come in and said, you know, the police, I need you to step outside, you know.
yeah,
And when she steps outside, they don't see any weapons. I mean, you know,
well, usually
but they tackled her and, you know.
in most SWAT cases, right? This person is streaming, got the headphones on.
Oh.
They can't hear the cops at the door.
Oh, okay. She was
cops-
streaming at the time?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Let's see.
Okay, well, you're making that up.
Well, I'm saying most of the time. This is how it happens.
Because she's a streamer doesn't mean she's streaming 24/7.
Usually, swatting happens live. That's
Oh,
the whole
it
point.
happened live?
Let's see.
It did not. And they're still saying she's a suspect in an ongoing investigation because they don't want to be wrong. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's cops.
they're embarrassed.
They never want to be
But
wrong.
don't be embarrassed because you followed a poor lead. Find the person who did that and charge them.
They can't though. They almost
Wait,
never
they
find
can't
them.
do the police work to find the person who filed a
They
false
almost never find
police
them.
report.
They almost never find them. They should, but they almost never do. Almost never.
Give the police a little more credit. They are tough investigators.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I feel like usually when it happens, like I said, it's live. They have headphones on.
Right.
They don't usually call. It's usually a phone call, not an email. It's a phone call to the police station, and they say something like, "So and so has kidnapped someone, shot someone in the house where they live. You know, they dox them. So the cops go straight there and start busting heads in."
Okay. But in real situations, calls 911. Someone's in my house. I said someone. What's your name?
Excuse me, what did you say?
Come in the room there. What's the address?
Again, please.
He's coming. What did you say he's doing? So the person who's coming can hear them on the phone. I mean, and while they're doing that, they're tracing the call. They know where the call is coming from.
Nah, you can't trace these calls.
Sure.
Get an
Why
internet phone.
Oh, then they should just hang up.
You should hang up until I called you 911. Okay. I mean, to me, until I agree, they could have did a wellness check, or
Because she's dead. She's dead. She's not gonna come back.
You know, just because someone writes an email doesn't mean.
Right.
And why would someone write an email like that anyway?
I mean, if she's dead, you'll have an obituary, right? If she's like dead just a few hours ago, you go and look for her.
Right.
You know.
Also, in this town, this woman, Keffels, ran for office, so they should probably know.
Yeah,
Kinda
she's a pretty outgoing
contacted.
political person there. I mean, not that everybody should know her, but they should have an idea.
Right. I think
And then
the
there is a
focus-
problem with the identity thing too.
Well, yeah, there is because
They booked her under what they call her dead name.
Yeah, I don't get that part because she did legally change her name.
She
so
legally changed her name,
you would think they wouldn't do.
but they booked her under the male name, which was quite disrespectful too. I think she has a lawsuit. Saying.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Possibly.
Well, that shows some bias, the way they did that.
True.
I mean, people get swatted, true enough, but why book her under the dead name? That's not the name she's wearing, you know?
Hope we don't get swatters, man. We gotta get rid of these swatters.
Yeah, we gotta get more people
The
listening.
one guy went to jail for some amount. I forgot how long he went to jail for, but
It was
some guy got caught
swatting. Yeah, and he should. That's
because the
a
guy got shot by the police.
killed shot?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's murder.
yeah, that's what he went.
Like
to jail
he set
for.
him up to be murdered.
Yeah, that's what he went to jail for.
Cops didn't go to jail, though.
I think I don't know, I might not be remembering it, but when they broke in, I don't think he knew it was the cops breaking
Right.
in, and so he had a gun and he shot through the door, and then the cops shot.
Can't blame him. Breaking in on you, that's why you bought the gun, right?
True that, but it's America, so
Why they want everybody to have a gun.
just live in a
So when the
glass
police
house.
come, they can just shoot them and not have a problem.
It's true. Well, is there one more? I think we have one more. One more story. Maybe.
Dun, dun. Netflix has games?
Yeah, that one. I thought you'd be interested in this. Netflix has had games, has been in the process of releasing more for like a year and a half now.
Right. But it looks
Have you
like
played-
everybody can't play those games.
Yeah, it looks like to me, if I read this correctly, you need to have a PC or an Apple device.
An Android or Apple? Apple 15 or higher, they said. What is that?
That's the iOS.
iOS. Do we have iOS? I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You do.
We can play?
Yeah, you can. So you open Netflix on your phone.
Okay.
So I think that's part of the reason why it's like less than 1% of people play them regularly.
You have to play it on the phone?
That's the thing. The games are on the phone or your Apple TV or your tablets or something.
Okay.
They're not on your smart TV, and they're not on your consoles. So like PlayStation has a Netflix app, you can't play the games there. They're on your phone or your Apple TV or your tablet.
So if I open the Apple TV app on my smart,
You should be able to scroll down and find the games section.
we're gonna try that for next.
Or easier, because you can just do it on your phone. You can do the same on the
and
phone.
mirror.
You can go to Net. Yeah, you can do that.
That's hard. How do you push buttons? What do you?
You can turn the phone into a controller and hold it sideways. And yeah. Or you can buy a thing, but that's usually what people do. If you have Netflix on your phone or Apple device or Android or whatever, you go to Netflix app, you scroll down to games.
Okay.
Games is not its own section on the left. It's like usually at the bottom near where they have like the play to watch things. It's just a section that says games. You click that, it'll take you to the store and show you the games. Or you can do it the easy way and go to your app store, whatever it is, and just look up Netflix, like the maker, the Netflix as the developer, and you'll see the other Netflix games there.
They said they couldn't get the audio to work. And had
Oh,
the iPhone. Well, you have.
okay. I have how to play right here. Open Netflix app. Scroll down till you see games on your Apple device or Android device. Click on the game you want to play. It'll take you to the storefront for your device, Apple Store or Google Play or whatever it is. You'll see a Netflix logo in the upper left hand of the icon, but it won't look like the Netflix app. It'll be its own app. When you open the game, it'll ask you to log into your Netflix account, and from there you can play the game for free. So I think it's cool. Netflix has games. I think Netflix thinks this saves Netflix.
No, not saves it, but it opens up options. That's why I like Netflix. I hate paying more for it, but I like it because they're not stagnant.
They are avant-garde. They're
They're not avant-garde, but they are definitely not stagnant. They're not like resting on their laurels, you know?
I think they are avant-garde.
How do you think they're avant-garde?
Because everything they add to Netflix is front of the line stuff. The delivery, they could have just been Blockbuster, but they delivered the DVDs. And they could have just done DVDs, but then they went to Blu-ray.
Okay, they're innovative.
And they could have stayed that, and then they said no. You know what an app is? You know how many people have to learn what an app was?
I don't think we disagree. I love what they're doing. They're innovative. They're creative.
They're avant-garde. 4K streaming.
Awesome, right? Making their own movies.
Not only making their own, even if you
winning
don't like
awards, making their own movies.
Maybe some people don't like Netflix movies. That's fine.
I love them.
They're not like great, but I don't think they're worse than other places' movies. Did they make that?
Yeah, that's a Netflix movie.
That's a Netflix movie. Okay.
And Gray Man.
I know Gray Man is. Yeah, I think they're doing. I know they're losing subscribers, but a lot of that is. There are lots of people who just rotate the apps. They'll pay for Hulu and HBO, then they'll cancel, and they'll go to Disney and Netflix, and then they'll cancel, and then they'll go back to Hulu and Amazon, and they cancel or whatever, right? So I see them losing subscribers is not like you expect it with as much competition.
Right. They're gonna lose some. They just don't want to lose too many.
Right. You don't want to lose too many. But also, like, whatever.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome stuff.
Well, we'll try Netflix games. See how they go.
We will.
Yeah, well, you've got to actually play games. If
it's on Netflix, I'll play it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Uncharted. I'm talking about the Bloodborne. I'm talking about the Elden Ring.
What's the difference? A game is a game.
I'm talking about you coming in this room and sitting down and playing the game.
They have Stranger Things, the game.
No.
Crispy Street.
Okay, stop it. Listen to what I'm saying, though.
Dragon Up.
People want to see you play real games. They want to see. They want to see you have adrenaline rushes during The Last of Us. They want to see you scream at Resident Evil games. So you've got to
put it that way.
No, listen, man. You've got to play. And the only reason I'm telling you to play.
What?
The only reason I'm telling you to play.
Okay? Tell me to play.
Is because I need you to learn how to use the controller. You just don't know. You don't get it, and that's okay, but you gotta practice.
That is like the saddest thing, not being able to use a controller.
You know that it's analog.
Is that analog?
Yes.
Maybe that's why.
What do you mean? I'm saying it's analog because what you do is what it does. You push left, it goes left.
Maybe that's the problem. Because I'm looking at it on a screen, maybe I'm turned around. And I'm thinking it's opposite. It's a boomer thing.
I don't know how to get you to come play games.
I will. You were gone so long. What was I gonna do?
Play games.
And I didn't know how to charge up the battery on that thing.
All right, you know what? You can play right here. You can play on my profile.
Oh, not in your room.
Yeah, you can play in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your big screen and everything.
Yeah, when you get good, you can stream. I'll set you up,
And I can twitch it out, right?
Yeah, you can twitch it out.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If I can use yours, I'll be ready. Because you're set up. You gave me like a controller from 1984. And then you're like, oh, you don't do very well.
Okay, look. All right, I have Uncharted, the same Uncharted game here. You can play it on 5,
Okay.
PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Okay. And you can learn how to turn.
Like that?
You know what? I'm sure there are YouTube videos to teach you too.
Oh, that's too
Maybe
much
you have
trouble.
to download in your brain.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot. When I was playing games, I didn't start with analog. It used to be you press up to walk forward,
Right.
left to turn left, right to turn right, down to walk back. So you would. It's like tank control. So even if the person's facing you, you press up. and then
See,
walk
that makes
forward.
sense to me.
Yeah, but we don't do that.
That
anymore.
makes sense.
We don't do that anymore.
But this stuff you're talking, it's like I need like the gloves so I can just
Power glove.
yeah, I
You
need to
can
do
go power
that.
glove? Tap on the screen. No, Mom.
I don't need that. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Super Chevy Brothers podcast. This is episode 101. We've been talking about a lot of stuff here.
You weren't recording.
I was not recording. Let's see. I think my other thing was recording. Hold on.
You are so funny.
Let's see. I think I was recording somewhere else. Maybe Twitch has it. I'm sure Twitch has it recording.
That is so fun. That's a mom thing.
That is.
You are my son.
You know, it's been a while since I did this, so yeah.
That is so funny.
Oh, I have to rip the audio from something. Okay, we'll see. Let's see. Maybe this was recording. No, not recording. All right. Well, that's
Let's
that.
just have to start over.
Welcome to episode 101. Thanks for listening. This has been the Super Chevy Brothers podcast.
Thanks for listening. You'll never hear it again.
Bye.